What do you do when God isn't looking? Hi, I'm Mike Henry Sr. with Follower of One. Thanks for joining me again today on the Follower of One podcast. Today, from Proverbs chapter 5, I want to cover this verse. And the verse is verse 21. For the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he watches all his paths. That's from the New American Standard Bible. I sarcastically ask, what do we do when God isn't looking? But God is always looking. God is always aware. God's always paying attention. God knows everything. It just fascinates me the more I think about God, to think about his power and his wisdom and his might. He knows everything and he sees everything. And then I wonder why he chose to save me. Then I even wonder more about why, when he saved me, did he leave me here? I think there must be something going on in between the day that I come to the Lord and when I actually go to heaven. There's some training that happens there, some experience that happens for us there that can't happen anywhere else. We won't be able to experience it in heaven. I know part of this is that we get to participate in the salvation of our friends. We get to be part of the story. We get to live the story of salvation. All of our ways are before the eyes of the Lord. He sees everything, and he watches all my paths. He sees all that I do, the choices that I make, the motives that I have. He sees all of that. I pray that God transforms my motives. I want him to change me. You know, it's interesting because I believe we all want change, but most of us don't want the work of change. We don't want to be changed. We want someone else to change something for us. We want the new without the effort. And that's convicting to me. I want to be closer to Jesus. I want that to be something that I live practically every day of my life. But I don't want it to be too hard. Are you like that? Well, part of the reason why I've started directly challenging us a little more in these podcasts is I believe that our flesh is our closest and worst enemy. That we convince ourselves that what God wants us to do is more work than it's worth. And what we do is we end up missing out. I don't want to miss out anymore. Part of the reason why I formed Follower of One was to create a community for people who want to be closer to Jesus. And what I want to do every day is try and choose to move one notch closer to Jesus. Maybe it's to be more thankful, to give a little more grace, to say a prayer, to act on behalf of someone else, to choose to give something away, to do an act of service. There's so many ways that we can move one notch closer to Jesus in every single interaction and every choice that we make on any day, in any situation, in our work or in school, wherever we are. God is in charge. He sees what's going on. It says the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he watches all his paths. The capital H, he watches. God's watching our paths, and he's letting things happen in the world, and we can step into those things, move closer to Jesus, or we can just stay where we are and just watch the world drift by. Are you where you were a year ago or a month ago or 5 years ago? Do you want to stay there, or do you want to be different? Do you want to start being different in your faith? Choose one action today, whatever it is. In the next 5 minutes, do something different simply because you follow Jesus. Remember, what we do because we follow him matters forever. And so today I can choose one action simply because I trust Jesus. I can choose to relax in him, give him thanks for whatever's happening in my life. Every action matters and every action counts. Thank you for being a Marketplace minister. Thank you for not staying on the same peg. Let's all move one notch closer to Jesus today. We're going to enjoy life with him forever. let's enjoy it a little more